Have you ever wanted to learn something quickly and easily, but you haven't been sure how to do it? Maybe when you're studying for exams or quizzes or tests, you spent hours just reading your notes. It kind of goes in one ear and out the other, right? Have you heard that saying, in one ear and out the other? Maybe you, just struggle to memorize things, right? Maybe you have a hard time remembering people's names. Maybe you have a hard time remembering formulas for finance exams or whatever it is you're studying. Well, today what I'm going to teach you is a method that I learned from firstly, my boss was really driving this method forward to me, but there's someone that I used to work with at the company I'm at who actually went to one of the top finance schools in Europe, and he ended up actually topping a lot of his classes. He was kind of graduating the head of his class because he used this method, and the crazy thing was, he never even attended the classes, right? He never attended his lectures. All he did was use this one method. Now, if you know what that is, put it in the comments below. Not many people actually know this technique, and you can find out about this technique online, but I'm going to give you all you need to know about it today. And that technique, of course, is using flashcards. So let me write it down on the board here, right? Learn anything quickly. Flashcards. I'm going to show you the what they are, and how to use them. So let me write that down. What, I'm going to teach you how, and most importantly, or maybe not most importantly, I'm going to teach you when, so that you can learn them without having, you can learn everything you need without having to go crazy. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit distracted here. I just heard someone knocking on my door, so it's kind of throwing me a bit off track. But we're going to ignore that and we're going to jump in because this is super important for you, flashcards. So the way I do it, there's two ways. Either you can write it down on a piece of paper, you can write them down on a piece of, well, let's rewind. What is a flashcard? A flashcard is essentially some sort of a card, whether it's a piece of paper or a digital on your phone, where you have a question on one side and on the other side you have the answer. So what that allows you to do is it allows you to go through the deck of cards. You can read the question. So let's just say the question is, how many days are in a year, right? So then you can look at the card, how many days are in a year, and then you say the answer in your mind or out loud. And then once you've done that, you can flip it over and you can see if you got it right, okay? So you might say, for example, 365 days in a year, or 365 days and a quarter, depending how scientific you want to get with your studies. But essentially what that allows you to do is then you can go to the next card, read that, say the answer, flip it over, did you get it right or did you get it wrong? And you can continue going through your cards. It's an incredibly effective way to learn. So when it comes to the what, I mentioned physical and digital. Now, I started off with physical cards when I first started doing this, but then I got introduced to a method with a digital card, and I found the digital version to be much, much, much better. The reason that I'm going to give this a double tick. The reason I liked, both are good by the way. If you can only do the physical, then do the physical. That's better than doing nothing. But what I liked about the digital is two things. Number one, I pretty much always had the cards on me, right? Because they're on my phone and I always have my phone on me. And number two, the app that I'm going to tell you about actually orders the cards in a way that allows you to rate the cards, how well you answered them. And based on how well you answered them, it shows you the card again. So if you're having trouble with it, it keeps showing it to you. If you've learnt it, then you see it less frequently. It's like, I think it's called frequency selective learning or something like that. And it's essentially using an algorithm to help put the correct cards forward so you learn in the best way possible. So the app that I recommend, I'm going to show you it right now. But the app, let me write it down. The app is called Anki. A-N-K-I. And Tim Ferriss actually recommends this app when he learns languages, right? He uses this app. It's called Anki app. You can download it on your iPhone. You can do it on the desktop as well. So what you can see here is the first card. I've just opened up a deck and it's giving me a card. So you can see the question. what are the characteristics of an ideal employee? So now I'm going to answer it before I hit this flip button. So what are the characteristics of an ideal employee? This is something I've learned from a mentor of mine. So the characteristics are IQ, right? EQ, the thing is showing a thumbs up. I don't know if you're going to see that. But IQ, EQ, conscientiousness. Conscientiousness breaks down into 4 subfacets. Diligence, prudence, organization, and perfectionism. Then after IQ, EQ, conscientiousness, you've got energy, right? And then lastly, you've got honesty, or you've got honesty and then energy, right? So now what I'm going to do on this card is I'm going to click flip, and you can see the answers are there. IQ, EQ, conscientiousness, honesty, and energy. And so then you'll see down the bottom, there's the fail, hard, good, and easy. So I found that one to be easy. So I'm going to click easy, right? And then it goes to the next card in the deck. So this one, Ty Lopez, on how to improve any area of your life, right? This is a lesson I learned one day from Ty. And the answer is 1, passion, and 2, focus. So now I'm going to flip it, and I can see 1, passion, 2, focus. So I've been doing this for a few days now, and you can see I've started to learn it. So I'm going to press easy. Then next one, 9 levers to pull in marketing. So I'm not going to continue doing this. But essentially what the app is going to do is when I click hard or I click fail, it's going to start showing me that card more and more often until it becomes easy, right? And that way it starts to learn what cards you know and what cards you need to practice again. So it's a really good way to learn. I highly recommend it. So what I just showed you there is the how. The how to do it. You simply just open the app on your phone and you start going through them. And there's a really easy way to add cards, by the way. You basically just type out what you want on the front and type out what you want on the back. It's important, a big tip of mine is don't put too much information, so you don't want like a whole page of thing and then you have to repeat it verbatim or whatever it is. So I recommend just putting in the key information in the card that you need to know. I like to memorize each card word for word, but of course, as long as you understand the gist of it, you can probably click easy or whatever button corresponds to how well you answered the information. But I like to do it word for word. It's probably a downfall, but essentially that is the how. Just do it on your phone is what I recommend, but you can do it, like I said, the physical on palm cards, flashcards. Lastly, when, so, because I'm not studying for anything, you probably should do between 5 cards a day to 50 cards a day, right? 5 to 50 times. I've got my deck set up. It's just a setting to show me 5. I like to do it in 5 card bursts, and that way it's not too much work for me. I just go, when I'm brushing my teeth, I just open them up. So I brush my teeth twice a day. I open up that app twice a day and I go through it maybe 1 or 2 sessions, 1 or 2 rounds. So I'll do 5 to 10 in the morning and then 5 to 10 at night. And I just do it every time I brush my teeth. James Clear has, he wrote the book Atomic Habits on building habits, and he's got a principle in that book called habit stacking. I think a habit is 1B, maybe it's 2, but anyway, habit stacking. And habit stacking is basically, in your daily routine right now, you've got habits, you've got things you do. So for example, a habit might be brushing your teeth, right? You might brush your teeth every day. So what is habit stacking? It's essentially adding to your routine, your habit routine right now. So the trigger is when you go do that habit. So for me, it's brushing my teeth. When I go brush my teeth, I have a trigger that says, okay, every time I brush my teeth, I do my flashcards. So it makes it really easy to do my flashcards and I don't forget to do them. But for you, you could do it during breakfast. So the trigger is you sit down to have breakfast. That might be something you do daily. It might be a habit of yours. And when you sit down, you simply open up your deck and you start going through some cards. So that covers what a flashcard is, how to use it, and when to use it. So I highly recommend using this model for learning. It's a fantastic way to learn. So let me know in the comments down below, have you ever used flashcards before, and are you going to start using flashcards now? Okay, I recommend you do. Give it a try for 30 days and I guarantee you'll see your comprehension going up, your memorization going up, and if you're in doing exams and studying and things like that, you'll see your results going up as well if you do this and you follow the method that I outlined. So if I missed anything in this, let me know in the comments as well. I'd love to have some feedback for you. Obviously, everyone studies and learns in a slightly different way, but this is a very effective way. So if you like this, hit the like button on this video. If you want more videos like this and you want to stay in the loop with new things that are coming out, new trends, new ways to learn, new ways to market, new ways to make money online, new ways to travel the world, hit that subscribe button because you're going to see some epic videos coming out soon. So thanks for listening, and I will see y'all next time.